Hello everyone! Welcome to day 3 of my week-long countdown to Saleabration. This is Lena Gersa. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Cambridge, Ontario, Canada. And today I am all about the beautiful Summer Shadows dies from the Stampin' Up! Saleabration brochure. Now, Saleabration begins on August 3rd, which is 5 days away, and it's the same day as the holiday mini launches, and there are so many awesome new products that you can redeem for free with a qualifying order. So the last couple of days we've been looking at DSP, so I decided to take a little break from DSP and a little break from Christmas and have a look at these gorgeous dies. Now, these dies are a level 2 item, which means they're redeemable with a $120 purchase rather than a $60 purchase. But let me tell you, they're totally worth it because there are so many possibilities with these dies. The other cool thing is you can get a lot of mileage out of them even if you don't have the coordinating stamp set. Now, I should mention the stamp set is in the annual catalog. It's called Shaded Summer, and it's a beautiful set. I'm going to show you the stamp set. I'm going to be featuring it later on in August. I'll do a full video using that stamp set and the coordinating dies later on next month. Yes, it's still July. But it's a fantastic set. So you could use that towards your $120 to get your free dies. So let me pull up my iPad, see who's watching with us. And all right, we got Julie and Laura and Bonnie and Debbie and Violet. Hello, ladies. Thanks for coming back for day 3. I just raced home. I got in about 20 minutes ago. Just did my first in-person class in almost 18 months. My last in-person class was February of 2020. So I got to say it was so nice to be with people again and stamping. This is a group of teachers from Brampton who, one of whom is one of my oldest friends. She's one of my friends from university. So she got all of her teacher friends together and we did a little mini stamp-a-stock. So it was so good to stamp with people and use stamps and ink and the die cutting machine and all that fun stuff. So it was a great day, and like I said, I just got home and I may have driven a little bit faster than I should have because I wanted to make sure I was home in time to do this. So enough chit chat. Looks like we've got several people watching. I'm going to flip the camera. I'm going to show you the products and then we're going to do a maker project. Okay, give me 1 sec. Okay, let's get that centered and get the lights out of the way. Okay, so as I mentioned, Saleabration begins on Tuesday, August 3rd. So for us here in Ontario, it's the day after the long weekend. Woohoo! Long weekend coming up this weekend. I can't yet show you the inside of this brochure, but if you have a copy at home, these dies are found on page 13. Okay, so let me show you the products. So these are the dies that you can redeem with a $120 order. Some of the dies are designed to cut out stamped images from the Shaded Summer stamp set. Now this stamp set is not a Saleabration freebie. This is available in the annual catalog. It's a beautiful set, and these dies are designed to cut out the stamped floral images. We've got that one, we've got this guy, and then we've got the little sprig down here. Okay, so that's what these 3 are designed to do. But then we also have these dies which build beautiful dimensional flowers and leaves. And let me tell you, I had so much fun playing with these. Now I should mention in the stamp set there are some beautiful sentiments with lovely fonts. So it's one you may want to take a good look at if you are thinking that these dies might be something that you like. Okay, so let's get to it. The project we're going to make this evening is this one. Now this is going to come together really quickly because I've already done my stamping and embossing of my sentiment. So this is really just assembly. So let's get to it. Hi Linda, hi Peggy, hi Deb, you made it tonight. Sorry, I'm coming right on at your dinner time. I know it's tough. The time change, it was not good for you. All right, so this DSP is from the Pattern Party Pack. It's from the annual catalog. It's one of the host exclusive packs that is purchasable only with Stampin' Rewards. Okay, love this pack. It has this beautiful yellow brocade on the back, and I love the black and white gingham. So this is cut to 2 by 5 1/4 inches, and then I have a piece of Melon Mambo cardstock that is 2 1/8 by 5 1/4. So when I layer these, you're going to see that the ends are flush and I have a little bit of a border top and bottom. So we're going to, I'm going to just angle this so we get a little bit more light on the subject. It feels very dim in here today. Hey Kathy, how are ya? I think you're stopping by here tomorrow. You should ring the bell and we can have a little visit. I miss you. All right, so we're going to just layer our DSP on our cardstock. Okay, then I have a piece of basic white. It is 5 1/4 by 4 inches, and I've embossed it using the Brick and Mortar embossing folder. This is one that I don't pull out very often, and I need to do it more. I just felt like it worked kind of well with the gingham. So we're going to adhere our layered gingham. I'll just stick with this glue because I don't know where my seal is right now. Everything's packed up from having that class today. I haven't had time to unpack, so I'm just going to kind of use what's at hand. So we're going to adhere this about 3/4 of an inch up from the bottom. It is a great embossing folder, Claire, and what I like about this one is that it's great for masculine cards, right? Just having that sort of brick texture. There's a lot of things that you can do with it for guys. All right, now before we layer this onto our card base, we're going to add a little bit of white baker's twine. So if you've watched my videos for any length of time, you know that I love baker's twine. Well, I love all kinds of ribbon and trim, but baker's twine is kind of one of my go-tos. I call it the Swiss Army knife of embellishments because it works on just about every design. You can work baker's twine or linen thread or something into your design. Now, I did not plan that very well. I need to put my glue dot a little bit higher. So let's just get that. Holy cow. Why can I not seem to get a glue dot on there? It doesn't want to stick. Let's try that again. There we go. Success. So we're just wrapping our twine just across the front and adhering the ends to the back so that we don't have to waste twine on the back side where nobody sees it. Okay, now we're ready to adhere it to our card base. So this is a Melon Mambo card base. It's 4 1/4 by 11 inches, scored in the middle at 5 1/2. So we'll fold this one in half along our score line. Hi, Martine. How are you this evening? And actually, let me dig. Oh, there's my seal. Okay, we're going to add a little seal to the back of this guy. Just because, whoa, and this is where you don't want to rush, because when you rush, you tear your embossed cardstock. So one of the things about Seal and Seal Plus is if you have embossed cardstock, you want to make sure that you are taking your time, because if you go too fast, you will tear it. Now, thankfully, that's not going to show when I glue this down. So we're just going to adhere that to our card front, just like that. Okay, now comes the fun part. So we have a flower. Now this I'd actually already made up because I was playing around with another project. So this I layered. So I've got polished pink as the background layer, and then the top layer is Melon Mambo. And don't those layer beautifully? I love the way those two colors work together. Now again, the easiest way to work with these dies is to use the adhesive sheets when you're layering that top layer. Okay, they're pretty detailed. So I'm going to show you how I did my leaves. So same thing. So in the die set, let me show you. So for the flowers, we have a more solid layer. That's the layer that I did in polished pink. And then we have a more detailed one. That's the one that I did in Melon Mambo. Okay, same thing for the leaves. So the solid one here I've done in just Jade. And then the detailed layer, again, has the adhesive sheets on the back, is Mint Macaron, and I am loving this combination of greens. Mint Macaron and Just Jade were made for each other. So when you're layering these, it's really just a matter of matching up the edges. These layer perfectly, so you just kind of get them layered and then press them into place. Isn't that beautiful? Love these dies. So I've got 2 more sets of leaves to do here. So again, we'll get rid of our backing and pop this on. I tend to start with this leftmost leaf and just kind of work my way around as I stick them down. And then 1 more. Now this one I'm actually going to cut up a little bit. We're not going to use it as a full 3-leaf sprig. Now that is stuck to my finger. Get off my finger, you. There we go. I got so many little bits stuck to my fingers. Oh yeah, it's been a hectic kind of day. So there is our last one. Hi Tracy. Hi Mary. Thanks for joining me from Hartford, Connecticut. How are things there? I hope you're having a good week. It's almost the weekend. I'm not sure if it's a holiday in the US, but here in Canada, well, at least in Ontario, it's not in every province, but here in Ontario, it is a holiday weekend, which is just the best because I get to see my husband more. All right, so we are going to layer our leaves behind our blossom, and it's going to go sort of to the right, or sorry, to the left, the other right, on my card front. So I'm just going to take and add a little bit of seal to the back of my blossom, and then I can arrange my leaves and just sort of stick them into place. Isn't that pretty? Oh, love these dies. All right, so then we're going to add a couple of dimensionals to the back. So the leaves are big enough that you can actually get a full-size dimensional on the back of one. Just like that. And then I'm going to add a couple of minis. I feel like I have something stuck to my finger, but there's nothing there. Do you ever have that where you got something stuck, but it's not actually stuck? Maybe it's just me. All right. Actually, today, a couple of the ladies had glue dots everywhere, so I don't feel so bad. Everybody's out of practice because nobody has stamped in like forever. All right. So there is my beautiful flower. Do I cut? Yes, Laura, that's what I do. So I'll just cut like I basically cut a 1/4 sheet of cardstock and then cut a piece of the adhesive sheet and adhere it to the back. And then I just cut whatever I need out of it. And then I'll just keep it in my stash. And if I need that color again, I just use the same sheet. Yeah. Okay, so I have my sentiment pre-stamped and embossed. So this is stamped with Versamark on basic black cardstock and then embossed in white. Okay, I love that sort of chalkboard look. And then for my leaves for this one, I'm actually going to snip each leaf off because I want them to kind of be just a slightly different shape than what is behind the flower, just for some variety. So I'm going to add 1 leaf there. And we'll snip this guy off and add a glue dot. Honestly, what did we do? What would we do without glue dots? They are the best thing ever. They're neat and tidy and quick. All right, 1 more leaf. This one we're going to add sort of going towards the bottom, just like that. So just a different shape, a little bit smaller, has a little bit less presence on the front of our card. Okay, so we're going to adhere our sentiment. Now I'm going to use some mini dimensionals on the end that's going to extend onto the card. And then the other end is going to get just a little bit of seal because it's going to overlap my flower, which is already popped. So let's get rid of our backings here. And then we're going to pop this on. Now I'm going to put this on so that the thread or the twine is kind of coming across the bottom because my bow is going to go right here. So I'm just going to put this on. I'm hoping it is relatively straight. It's, again, hard to tell when I'm not looking straight down. That's not too bad. And then we're going to tie a little bow. Okay, so again, I'm going to bring in my almost finished roll of twine here. And I'm going to double it. So I'm just folding it over on itself and I'm going to make a double bow. So Baker's Twine is a quick and easy, inexpensive way to just add a little bit of texture and interest to your project. So if you are relatively new to stamping and you're kind of overwhelmed by all of the embellishment choices, Baker's Twine is a great place to start. Again, because it's inexpensive and it's really, really versatile. So I'm just going to take a little glue dot here, roll it into a little glue booger, and then we're going to adhere our little bow just in the corner of our label, just like that. Isn't that cute? Love it. All right, so our last little touch is to add some of our black matte dots. Love these things, especially when I've got like a black and white color scheme, because they're just so fun to add just a little hint of texture. So we're gonna add one down here. And we'll go one. I like to not put them right on the black squares on the gingham because they disappear when you put them on there. And then we'll put one up here, just like that. Okay, let me clean up my mess here. It's amazing how quickly I can make a mess. All right, so there is our finished card. Now, I did not cut a piece for the inside. I was not thinking when I prepped this. But on the inside of my sample, I had another flower left over. So I add again a little strip of the gingham DSP and then another die cut flower on the inside. Isn't that cute? These dies are the bomb. Now let me show you a couple other projects. I posted these earlier today. So this one I think is my very favorite. I love, it's just, I don't know what it is about this card. It just makes me happy. So again, this is the same gingham DSP, but it's the reverse side, right? It's that yellow brocade. And then these dies, oh my goodness, Encircled in Beauty. And they cut these lacy circles. Oh, gorgeous. And then of course my flowers. So here I did two-tone again, but this time with yellow. So we had Bumblebee and Daffodil Delight. And then this time, to create a little bit of interest in the center of my flower, I actually sponged a little bit of pumpkin pie in the center. Just basically, I just took the sponge dauber and kind of plopped it there. It was just enough to add a little hint of color. And then my greens on this one, I used Granny Apple Green and Shaded Spruce. And I just love the way the green pops on this card. So there's that one. And then here's one I posted earlier today. Now this DSP I'm going to be featuring probably tomorrow is also a Saleabration freebie. So there's a bunch of Saleabration freebies on this card. But this DSP I'll talk about tomorrow. And then again, some beautiful flowers. This time they're die cut using in Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape. Okay. And then again, I use the same greens as I did on this card. Okay, so there's that one. And then this one is an example that actually uses the stamps and has die cut the stamps. So these stamps are really bold images. So you don't have to color them, right? You can stamp them on a sponge background in black and it gives you sort of a silhouette effect, which I just love. So to create my sponge background, I use Daffodil Delight, Calypso Coral, and Poppy Parade. And then stamped and die cut my flower. And I just love the look of that. So, so pretty. So there you go. Few ideas with the beautiful Shaded Summer dies from Saleabration. Okay? All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me for day 3. I hope you come back for day 4 tomorrow. Same time, same place. Till then, have a great evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.